everyone, welcome back to Pabbly. In this video, we're going to learn how to use AI agent to auto-generate sales follow-ups with Pabbly. So I'm an owner of a tech company and using Google Forms, I have created a form with the help of which I receive the customers' feedbacks or the inquiries that they have. Over here, replying to all the feedbacks manually, creating the email, sending follow-ups to them manually is very time consuming. So for doing all of that, I have created an AI agent using Pabbly Connect. How this AI agent works is that as soon as I'm going to receive a new form submission from my customer, they're going to send me a feedback using Google Forms. Automatically, an AI agent is going to generate the reply and create an email, okay? And as the AI agent is going to generate the email, that email is automatically going to be forwarded towards the customer on their Gmail account. Now, if you want to learn how you can create this AI agent for yourself, for your business, for that, let me take you to my screen. In this video, we're going to learn how to use AI agent to auto-generate sales follow-ups with Pabbly. So as an owner of a tech company, I rely on consistent follow-ups to convert leads into customers. I use Google Forms to collect my customers' inquiries and feedbacks efficiently, and I use an AI agent to automate the process of sending form submissions to an AI agent, which generates personalized follow-ups, and after that, automatically that AI agent is going to send that email generated to the customer as a reply. This AI agent helps me to maintain consistent and timely communication, keeping my leads engaged and increasing my conversion rates and increasing my conversion rates. And I'm going to create this AI agent between these applications with the help of Pabbly Connect. So on the screen, you can see the website of Pabbly Connect, that is pabbly.com/connect. After browsing this website, we need to sign into our Pabbly Connect account. But if you're a new user, you can sign up for free and get 100 free tasks every month. So as I'm an existing user, I'm going to sign into my Pabbly Connect account. After signing in, you can see the all Pabbly apps window in front of you, in which you can see all the products that Pabbly provides. From which we are going to select Pabbly Connect by clicking on this Access Now button right here. Then Pabbly Connect's dashboard is going to appear in front of you. In order to start an automation process in Pabbly Connect, we need to create a workflow. For that, click on this top right corner button right here that says Create Workflow. A dialog box is then going to appear in front of you, which is asking for the workflow name and for us to select a folder. So for the name of my workflow over here, I'm going to give it as AI Agent to Auto-Generate Sales Follow-Ups with Pabbly. So this is the name that I want to give to my workflow. And for the folder on the left side of my panel, you can see I have created multiple folders in my Pabbly Connect account, from which I'm going to select a specific folder in which I want to save this workflow in. For that, click on this drop down. These are the folders from which I'm going to select AI Agent Automations as the folder I want to save this workflow in. After giving the name to the workflow and selecting the folder, I'm going to click on this Create button in order to create a workflow. You can see a workflow is created in the name of AI Agent to auto-generate sales follow-ups with Pabbly, and you can see that there are two windows in front of you. One over here says Trigger, other says Action. So what is Trigger and Action? Trigger and Action are the two most important steps of our automation process because our process depends on these two principles. Over here, Trigger says when this happens and Action says do this. That means what is Action? Action is a response towards our trigger. In an automation process, there can be only one trigger step but multiple action steps. We are going to set up our trigger step first. And for the trigger application over here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to select it as Google Forms. As with the help of Google Forms, I have created a customer feedback form. I want that as soon as by the customer a new form submission is going to be done, I want Pabbly Connect should capture the response of the form submission. That is why for my trigger application, I have selected it as Google Forms. As the trigger event over here is going to be new response received. After selecting the trigger application and the event, you can see that Pabbly Connect has provided us with a webhook URL. Now using this unique webhook URL, we are going to build a connection between Google Forms and Pabbly Connect by following the steps given here below in the help desks. Firstly, I'm going to copy this URL from here. After copying the URL, open your Google Forms that you want to connect to Pabbly Connect. So this is the form that I've created in the name of customer feedback, and this form is embedded on my website. I want that as soon as the form submission is done, automatically Pabbly Connect should capture the response of that. So let us connect this form to Pabbly Connect in order to do that. For connecting, over here from this panel, go towards the responses section right here. After coming to responses, it says link to sheets. Click on it right here. a window is going to appear in front of you on which it is asking for me to create a new spreadsheet, or else you can select the existing one that you already have. As you're going to select one of the option over here, automatically that spreadsheet is going to be connected to this form that we have created. I want to create a new one, so I'm going to create that new spreadsheet by clicking on the create button. As I've done that, you can see over here the spreadsheet has now been successfully created, which says customer feedback responses. And this spreadsheet is directly connected to this form that we have created using Google Forms. Now, as soon as a new form submission is going to be done by the customer using this form that I've created, automatically the record of that is going to be created in the spreadsheet under the specific headers. Now, what we're going to do is we are going to connect this spreadsheet to Pabbly Connect. Okay, so as soon as the record is going to be created, automatically that record is going to be forwarded to my trigger right over here. Okay, so now in order to connect the spreadsheet to Pabbly Connect, in the panel go to extensions, from the drop down go to add-ons and click on this get add-ons button right over here. Now, as I'm going to do that, this window is going to appear in front of you, on which on the search bar over here, you have to search for Pabbly Connect Webhooks, okay? So, as soon as you're going to select Pabbly Connect Webhooks over here, you can see the webhook is going to appear, and you can see that I've already installed Pabbly Connect Webhooks, so I'm going to move forward. But if you have not installed Pabbly Connect Webhooks, please do install it so that you can build a connection between Pabbly Connect and Google Sheets with the help of this webhook. As I've already installed, I'm going to go back, and after installing, I'm going to refresh this page from here. As then I'm going to refresh the page from the panel, go to extensions, and now you can see in the drop down an option Pabbly Connect Webhooks. Click on it. From the drop down, go to this initial setup button option right over here. As you go to do that, the initial setup box is going to appear in front of you, which is asking for the webhook URL and the trigger column. Now for the URL, I'm going to paste the webhook URL that Pabbly Connect has provided us, and the trigger column says the trigger column will be your final data column, on which if the data is added, the whole of that row will be sent to the webhook URL. So over here in the spreadsheet, my trigger column is going to be column F, because whenever the final data is going to be added in this column, the whole entire row is going to be forwarded towards this webhook URL. So for my trigger column over here, I'm going to write it as column F, okay? After entering the trigger column and the webhook URL, I'm going to click on this submit button right over here. As I'm going to do that, it says setup configured successfully. As now the setup is done, I'm going to go back. Now, after adding the webhook URL, the steps that I'm going to tell you right now are very important, so please do not forget to follow it. Go to extensions and Pabbly Connect Webhooks again. Now from the drop down, go to send on event button right here. It is very important to click on send on event, because whenever the new data is going to be entered in the spreadsheet, automatically this spreadsheet is going to send that data to Pabbly Connect. So that is why it is very important to click on send on event. You can see as a tick mark is in front of it, that means this function has now been working. As now setting up our Google Sheets with Pabbly Connect is successfully done, I'm going to go back to my workflow and scroll down. You can see it is saying waiting for webhook response. So now to check whether Google Forms is connected to Pabbly Connect or not, what we are going to do is we are going to do the test submission of this form that we have created. And after doing the test submission, I'm going to check whether Pabbly Connect captures the response of the test submission being done or not. Now, in order to do the test submission of this form, I'm going to click on this preview form button of this form right over here. So this is the form that we have created. Now I'm going to do the test submission of this form right here. So firstly, in this form, it is asking for the name of my customer. So for the name over here, I'm going to write it as new customer. Okay, so this is the name I want. For the email over here, I'm going to write it as new customer 44@pabblytudes.com. Feedback type over here is going to be a comment. Now it is asking for the feedback that I have. So for the feedback over here, I'm going to write it as, so this is my feedback, that is excellent service. The tech support team resolved my issue quickly and efficiently. This is the feedback. Now for the suggestion for improvements over here, I'm going to write it as, however, I faced a slight delay in the initial response. Okay, so this is the feedback that I have. After filling in all the required details, I'm going to click on this submit button. It says, thank you so much for giving us your feedback. As now the feedback has been sent, I'm going to open my spreadsheet, and yes, in my spreadsheet, you can see the record has been successfully created. Okay. Over here, you can see this is the date and time, name is new customer, email is new customer 44@pabblytudes.com. Feedback type is comments, is the feedback, and this is the improvement you can see right over here that has to be done. Okay. So as the response of the feedback is captured, I'm going to go back to my workflow and scroll down. And as you can see in the response also, we have captured the response of the form submission. For the suggestion of the improvement, this is the suggestion that we have entered. However, I faced a slight delay in initial response. Okay, so this was a suggestion. You can see the name of the customer is new customer. Feedback type is comment. You can see right away. Feedback is excellent service. The tech support team resolved my issue quickly and efficiently. Email new customer 44@pabblytudes.com. You can see that I have received the response over here in our trigger. This means that Google Forms is connected to Pabbly Connect and our trigger setup is done. After setting up our trigger step, we need to set up our action step. Now, as we have received the form submission details, I want to generate an email according to the feedback that we have received to send it as a follow-up to my customer who have done the form submission. Now, in order to generate the email, I'm going to use an AI agent. And for the AI over here, I'm going to use over here as OpenAI right here. Action event over here is going to be ChatGPT. If you want to generate an email, you can also use Google Gemini if you want that, okay? After selecting my AI agent, I'm going to click on this connect button. A window is going to appear in front of you, on which click on add new connection, or else you can select the existing connection that you have. After that, it is asking for the token. Using this token, we are going to generate, using this token, we are going to build a connection between OpenAI and Pabbly Connect. In order to have the token, we have to generate it. For that, click on this hyperlink given in the help desk right over here. As I'm going to do that, the API keys page of the OpenAI is going to appear in front of you. In order to generate a key, click on this top right corner button that says create new secret key over here. As you're going to do that, it is asking for the name, project, and the permissions. You can select the requirements over here and create your own key. As you're going to generate a key by clicking on this button, copy that key from there, and then you can paste that key over here in this token field. I've already created the connection, so I'm going to select it and click on this save button right here. After that, it is asking for me to select the AI model with the help of which the email is going to be generated. For the model, I'm going to select as GPT-4o Mini. If you want, you can select the models from the drop-down according to your requirement. After selecting the AI model, it is asking for the prompt. The prompt is the text with the help of which the AI agent is going to generate the requirements that we want. I want to generate a follow-up email, so I have to enter a prompt according to my requirement. I'm going to mention all the details and specify all the things that I need in the email and which I don't want as well. Okay, the content that is going to be generated, I want to specify each and everything what I require and what I don't. So you need to write the prompt according to your requirement. I am going to write the prompt over here as, so this is the prompt that I want, that is, I am the owner of a tech company and I collect customer feedback through form submissions. I have received a feedback from my customer's name field, which says feedback is right here. Write a friendly, professional follow-up email thanking the customer for their feedback. If they mention a problem, acknowledge it politely. Include my details in the email. Test user, sales support specialist at Innova Tech. Also add support contact details. Email is this right over here and this is the phone number. In case customer needs further assistance, only provide the email, nothing else, not the subject. So this is the prompt that I have. In the prompt, I've mentioned all the things that I want. With that, I've mentioned what all the things I don't want in the content that this AI agent is going to generate as well. Okay. Over here in this prompt, it is asking for the customer's name. So for the data of this field, I'm going to map the data. Mapping means inserting data from the previous step. So I'm going to insert the data from the previous step of this workflow. And how it works is that as soon as I'm going to select this customer name right over here, you can see this was the previous step. As I'm going to click on it, this is the same response that was captured in the previous step. It is asking for the customer's name. You can see right over here, we have received the customer's name. So I'm going to select the data of the customer name from my previous response. As now I have selected the data from the previous response, the data is mapped. Now, as this data is mapped, this data has now become dynamic. That means now whenever a new response is going to be captured over here in our trigger, automatically the new data is going to be updated in place of this mapped data. Now it is asking for the feedback. We have to map the data of the feedback. I've received this feedback over here. With that, I've received the improvement detail also. So I'm going to map the data of that as well. Okay. So this is my feedback right here. After that, after filling in all the required details, I'm going to simply click on this Save and Send Test Request button over here. As I've done that, we have received a response. It says message content. This is the content that my AI agent has generated. Let us tally the content over here. If I'm going to further scroll down, you can see the email is created. That is dear new customer. This was the name of the customer. I've done the form submission. It says, thank you so much for taking the time to provide your feedback. We are thrilled to hear that our tech support team was able to resolve your issue quickly and efficiently. However, we sincerely apologize for the slight delay you experienced in your initial response. Your experience is is very important to us, and we are continuously working to improve our response times. If you have any further concerns or need additional assistance, please don't hesitate to reach out. You can contact us on this email, that is support@pabblytudes.com, or at the phone number right here. Thank you once again for your valuable feedback and for choosing InnovaTech. Best regards. This is the name, test user, sales support specialist, InnovaTech. Okay, you can see the email is now been successfully generated by my AI agent. As now this email is generated, now what I want is I want to send this email to my customer back who have done the form submission. So I'm going to add another action step to this workflow for that. And for the action application over here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to select it as Gmail, as I'm going to send an email on my customer's Gmail account, and my action event over here is going to be send email v1 right here, and then I'm going to click on this connect button. A window is going to appear in front of you on which click on add new connection, or else you can select the existing connection that you have. After that, click on connect with Gmail button right here. It is asking for the account with the help of which we are going to send the emails to our customers. So I'm going to select the account from this section. And as I'm going to do that, it is asking for the permission for this account. So I'm going to click on this continue button, as this is a safe process and my data is perfectly safe with Pabbly Connect. So I'm going to click on this continue button right here. And as I've done that, you can see I have successfully authorized Gmail to Pabbly Connect. After authorizing, it is asking for my recipient email address. For the email address, I'm going to map the data of the email address that I've received in the form submission step. After that, it is asking for the sender's name. So for the sender's name over here, I'm going to write it as test user right here. Sender's name is the name of the person who's sending the email, okay? It is asking for the email subject. For the subject of the email, I'm going to write a general subject. So for the subject over here, I'm going to write it as, this is the subject that I have, that is, we appreciate your feedback, here to assist you. Okay, so this is the email subject that I have. It is asking for the reply to. I do not want that, so I'm going to skip the part. Email content type over here is going to be plain. If you want, you can use it as HTML as well. As I selected as plain, the email content type is going to be the content that is generated by my AI agent. So I'm going to select the email content over here. I'm going to map the data. After that, it is asking for the file name and the attachment, which I do not want, so I'm going to skip the part. After filling in all the required details, I'm going to click on this save and send test request button right here. As I've done that, over here we have received the result status which says send. As now the email is successfully forwarded, what I'm going to do is I'm going to open my Gmail account and check whether I have received a new email or not. For that, I'm going to open my Gmail account. And yes, you can see over here, I have received the email. It says, we appreciate your feedback, here to assist you. Where it says, dear new customer, thank you so much for taking time to provide us your feedback. We are thrilled to hear that our tech support team was able to resolve your issue quickly. However, we sincerely apologize for the slight delay you experienced in the initial response. You can see this is the same email that was generated by our AI agent. It's been automatically forwarded towards my customer also using the same AI agent. So as you can see that I have received this email successfully. This means that we have successfully created an AI agent using Pabbly Connect. So now to sum up till now what we have done, I am an owner of a tech company, and using Google Forms, I have created a form with the help of which I am receiving the customer inquiries and the feedbacks. I want that as soon as the form submission is going to be done by the customer using Google Forms, an AI agent is going to generate an email, a follow-up email towards the inquiry or the feedback that we have received by our customer from form submission. And as we are going to receive the email using this step, that is OpenAI ChatGPT, automatically that email that is generated is going to be forwarded to my customer's Gmail account with the help of this action step, that is Gmail send email v1. Okay, and with Pabbly Connect, we have created this AI agent in this manner. So this was it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Not just with these applications, you can create automation between multiple other applications with the help of Pabbly Connect. If you have any questions, you can contact us on support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can check the queries on forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issues, then you can check out this link. If you like this video, please do subscribe to our channel, hit on the like button, comment on if you have any questions or doubts, and please share this video.